Hello?
We're starting.
Oh, we're starting. Hell yeah.
We're doing it,
Fuck
dude.
yeah. Cool. Okay.
No headphones, man. Just send it.
Fuck yeah.
Hey guys.
What's
we're
up,
back,
guys?
dude.
Yeah, we're back amongst
Me and movie Mo. I don't know.
Mo. I don't know about that. That kind of makes me sound like a rapey director.
Movie Mo.
Movie Mo. Hey, you want to be in a movie?
Featuring Harvey
Yeah.
Weinstein.
Yeah.
And Jeffrey Epstein.
Harvey Weinstein in his lead role.
Have
His
you
break.
seen the Jeffrey Epstein doc?
No.
Oh,
I
God.
keep going to watch it, and then I like my body like kind of like, you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
like just goes into like I don't know if we can handle I don't know if we can handle like all these bad vibes, you know.
Dude, it makes you. I just like had such
Just
a
feel
nihilistic. I
disgusting.
was just like,
Yeah.
fuck everybody. Fuck
Right.
Democrats. Fuck Republicans.
Right.
Fuck It's all money. It
Right.
doesn't matter. Like it was
Right.
sick, man.
And so he was connected with Trump, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Clintons. Like
Yeah.
that's the thing.
And- yeah,
Liberals and Republicans and princes in England and lawyers.
They're all part of a very dark Alexandrian 1%er circle of blood rituals,
but
sacrifices, and child
He
rape.
had cameras everywhere, so he was just blacklisting all these people.
Jesus Christ.
That was like his thing. He would like send them 12-year-old girls.
And that's why he got killed or killed himself.
So yeah, I think he actually did kill himself because in the documentary, I mean, I think he was told to. It was like, hey man, you know what the fuck you have to do, and because his girlfriend, who's just as guilty, basically got off scot-free. So I think that might have been something to threaten him with, like.
Jesus.
So.
Okay, interesting. I was actually talking to my dad about this today. I went over to talk to him about some job stuff, and then he brought up like kind of. Let's clear the air.
I'm down to
yeah, for sure. So we're currently in the middle of America's state of emergency.
Yep.
Which is both intensely serious and beautiful. It seems like some real actual changes are being made to the way police brutality is being handled, due to the fact that people showed the fuck up, and didn't back down and are continuing not to back down. My dad was, he was a kind of like, trying to talk to me about the reason why, peaceful protest works, and relating it back to Martin Luther King, who was assassinated by J. Edgar Hoover.
Yeah.
I just completely forgot where the fuck I was going with this.
Peaceful.
Oh yeah. Okay. So J. Edgar Hoover apparently had people reach out to Martin Luther King and send him messages from him, and he was like, "You should kill yourself."
Wow.
Yeah, like multiple times. You know what I mean? Like, you should kill yourself. It'd be better for you and your family if you kill yourself.
Very believable.
Right. Exactly. And obviously Martin Luther King didn't. He got assassinated. First of all, just want to also say I am not comparing Martin Luther King to Jeffrey Epstein at all.
I didn't take that jump.
Okay, good. Thank you.
No, I mean, dude, it's all so. If we're going down since the beginning, every protest, especially when it comes to, this type of shit.
Yeah.
The CIA, the FBI plant people to fuck shit up to make it look shitty.
Right.
They plant. I mean, it's just fact.
I'm sorry. J. Edgar Hoover was the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court and in charge of the FBI. Okay. So yeah.
I mean, people are put and planted to incite violence and create the narrative of it's not peaceful, it's rioting, it's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's done on purpose. Yeah. It's so people know that.
Right. Yeah. And look, I think and first of all, just want to end the level of accountability. You know what I mean? Like, we've discussed this very many times. I'm black, born in Los Angeles. Not exactly, non-familiar with riots. I was born in '90, and we stayed during the '90s riots in the city. Look, there's just a level of negativity that comes with destroying businesses. You know what I mean? On a community level, you know what I mean? And I think we're seeing that. However, with a level of seriousness in how far people are willing to take shit, and the fact that some of these protesters, aren't worried about the fact that they're going to get tear gassed or arrested because there are other people out there looting.
No, I think it's at a point, and people are willing to die.
Yeah, right. And you got to be willing to die for some shit to change.
Straight up.
Yeah, straight up. So I just
because I think if shit doesn't change, which it's looking like it probably will.
Thank God. First time it looks like some shit is going to change.
I never trust the government though.
For sure.
So, but if it doesn't, it could start like a real bloody fucking like uprising, especially with Trump in office.
Exactly.
And his people getting killed. Like
people on his end want to die for their shit too. Or they want to kill for their shit.
Yeah. I think he is kind of on an island on his own.
Right.
Like a lot of people are saying that like his advisors, which it's 100% motivated by their own self-interest. It's not like they care, but they're like, dude, like, are you retarded?
Yeah.
You don't say that. We say it behind closed doors, guys.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I was watching that. I was watching the news and the quote came up, but it's if they start looting, I'm gonna start shooting. I was like, first of all,
thugs.
Yeah.
And using rhetoric. Rhetoric, man.
Yeah.
It's a powerful tool.
It is, man. They'll get you with that shit. So look, this movie started with Outbreak for us a couple of months ago, it turned into The Purge.
For sure.
Pretty quickly.
Yep.
And it's been interesting. It has been interesting. I think that COVID actually played into the rioters and protesters' success.
Yeah.
If stuff gets changed, because people are just fucking tired of, we've had nationwide curfews.
Yeah.
Which is the first time that in my lifetime, I guess the second time in my lifetime that we've seen anything like that, but I was too young to remember.
Nationwide, though?
Nationwide, no. Yeah, fuck that.
No.
Nationwide, yeah. It was just LA last time.
Again, I've less so recently, but like for years was big into prepping and being prepared for whatever it is, be it a tyrannical government or a dirty bomb, whatever. But that was like it was like once curfews start, I'm out.
Right.
It's a dangerous game because what they do and I think it's okay right now, but all this, if you're looking at a bigger picture, it's like a very slow introduction to something like that.
So like real military.
And then you just get used to it. That's what it is.
There were National Guard members on every block.
Yeah.
Do I take this?
Is this sponsee every time, dude?
I don't know, dude.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know the number? Don't pick up.
Dude, it could be work thing, though.
All right. What was that phone call, man?
I don't know. I picked it up. Look, I thought, obviously, like we talked about, I'm fielding some new opportunities. And I thought, I just picked it up and somebody goes, I was like, hello, this is Maurice. He goes, Antonio?
Antonio?
No. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my number before me belonged to a drug dealer. Yeah.
Named
No, because people call for mostly it's Gustavo.
Oh.
But I think this dude operated under multiple aliases because people will also call looking for other Spanish names.
Got it.
Yes. No. What were we?
We were talking about CIA plan. Oh, prepping. Oh, the slow, and it's how they do it. They get you used to it. So start with quarantine. Start with a very a light, whatever, and then you wake up one day and it's like can't leave your house.
Yeah.
Can't leave the city.
Yeah, right. You're stuck.
What?
Yeah, walls are getting
There's
built.
Military driving down the street.
Yeah.
Like,
you have to put your thumbprint into every building you enter.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. What was that movie that was like the Matrix? Equilibrium.
Love it.
Yeah, great movie.
Yeah.
Probably is going to be our reality
in
the next 20 years.
The drug that makes you feel nothing?
Yeah.
That was the whole thing.
Desensitize the masses.
I will say, and again, this is not a political podcast, and I don't think either of us are representing either side of
absolutely
anything.
not. No.
But that's an interesting because like that's like a combination to me of right and left.
Yeah,
like that whole world.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's like a lot of right stuff and a lot of left stuff.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Same. I mean, like I grew up very middle of the road between a dad who was radically political in terms of his associations and affiliations with the Black Panthers and stuff like that, and then my mom who was just a really big hippie, and then my dad who politically like leaned a little bit more towards the conservative side, you know what I mean, really idolizing, but he was a supporter of dudes like George W. Bush Sr. for a while until he couldn't be. And
I mean, Senior was a good politician.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, he did some.
My dad was a big Colin Powell person. You know what I mean? And then my mom was all like, "Fuck it, free the nipple." You know what I mean?
Sure.
And
my mom too.
Yeah, shout out to my mom. She's probably smoking weed right now because I just left her house and she won't smoke weed around me anymore. But it's very clear that she's getting high before and after I leave. Nice. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm all about it. You know what I mean? If you're out there and you smoke weed, light one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what we're about.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I don't know. Yeah, no. All right, that
my
took
dad smokes.
That took her. Yeah,
I get down.
Weed is chill.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's take away from there, dude.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like.
I mean, I kind of like not keeping a tight. Right. Exactly what we're doing.
I mean, look, as being a fucking movie buff, these situations start coming on, and my mind immediately goes to the movies that I've seen. Yeah, you know what I mean?
That are similar. Equilibrium is one of my favorite sci-fi.
Right. And so, yes. And so I see military on every corner. Yep. And I think, oh, here it is. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, here it fucking is.
But they're good at normalizing it, man. That's the scary part.
Yeah, it's the frightening part.
People are like, they start accepting shit pretty easily.
I saw people in Santa Monica like jogging. You know what I mean? Like right past the National Guard, and I was like,
I drove by the Grove, and it was like business as usual. Meanwhile, everything's boarded up, and there's National Guard surrounding it.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, right. Yeah, like absolutely not.
People are crazy.
I will not go shopping anywhere the National Guard is posted up. Those are human beings who I know are no better than any of us all. Better trained than police officers, and probably equipped with like the wherewithal to have more restraint. But I guarantee you their porno searches are just as freaky as the next motherfuckers, and they have an automatic rifle in their hand, and I just can't get down with that. You know what I mean? I just look. I can get down with the idea of it, maybe understanding what's going on, but like. Yeah, that's not. I just don't want to be around that. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that. I'm not. Nah, Lululemon. You can chill. You can have your fucking comfortable leggings or whatever the fuck it is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna hang out where there's not motherfucking
National Guard
teenagers with rifles.
Yeah,
they're all young as fuck too. They're like younger than we are.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I drove past a big ass truckload of them on Western because I was headed down to South Central.
Well, here's the thing, right? Take 100, and it's nothing. All this like cops and this is bad and that, it's like, take 100 of any of it, and one of those dudes is even semi-racist or has some like, you know what I mean, grew up that way, whatever it is,
whatever the fuck it is.
And that's like any society, like any part. Like I have friends right now, I'm finding you see the one friend who's like, you're like, oh, okay, bud,
right, in the group thread.
But that alone is enough to be wary of. Like, you don't have to be like everyone's bad, but it's like if one of those dudes is and something weird happens,
demographics tend to run pretty true with their percentages of pieces of shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's not like
it's
there's
like
less Like,
no.
There's pieces of shit are everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. It's just that's just humanity. I think that predates, you know what I mean, society. You know what I mean? When the cavemen were like getting up and looking for fire, there was one of them who would just like, nah, I'm gonna sit and jack off and play with my butthole.
Well, yeah, I think all humans are naturally inclined to be prejudiced.
Yeah, right.
So
for sure,
you have to one, be aware of that first. And acknowledge your prejudice, which I think is a big thing that's happening now. Yeah, which is cool. Is like, and whatever, the right's the right, but like even like people are like finally like the people that like I were like I'm not racist, I'm like super liberal.
Oh God,
you know what I mean? They're finally hopefully like looking at where maybe they are a little bit,
right?
or have I don't know the word rate, but like have stereotypes or have fears or have things that they won't say out loud because they're quote liberal.
Newsflash for you motherfuckers out there who consider yourself radically liberal or whatever it is. If you drive your BMW past a white homeless person and keep your windows rolled down, and then the next corner see a black person and roll your fucking windows up, you're a racist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's an extreme example.
You're prejudiced. Right. Yeah. You of course. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But they don't want to look at it.
If you talk to your black friends and hit them with like, hey, what's up, man? What's up, brother? You know what I mean? Thinking that you're accommodating them and speak to them different than you speak to any of your white friends on a day-to-day basis. Yeah. Congratulations. You're racist.
We're playing Congratulations, You're Racist with Mo and Nick.
You are a winner.
Bring different people on.
That would
and,
be
like,
dope.
Ask them, like, but just set them up gnarly.
Oh, yeah.
Ty, you know what I mean? Just
I feel like we would probably just end up getting hit.
What do you mean? By people?
Yeah.
No.
I hope not. But...
No, we don't bring anyone that would do that, you know?
Well, you never know.
Joey Sullivan, you're not invited. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I'll put people on blast.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm a big fan. You know, what's interesting is that the last Purge movie, I don't know if you saw it, the first Purge. Did you see this?
With the Paul.
Right.
It's kind of shitty, but yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of shitty. But I can appreciate, in the context of all the stuff that's going on, I can appreciate the route that they took with it, for sure. You know, it was definitely more of like a socioeconomic thing because they were doing the Purge in shitty, underprivileged black communities. Yeah. But facts of the matter is, when outbreaks happen, that's where you really see the effects of that shit. Yeah. Like, legit, I'm going to let you know, Beverly Hills is not as affected by the coronavirus as Flint, Michigan was. You know what I mean?
Not at all.
That's just the way economics work. You know, in like a trickle down system or whatever the fuck you want to talk about. You know what I mean? Like when you're at the bottom, you know, you get bombs, where at the top, at worst, you get splinters and maybe sometimes.
You know who I saw complaining the most though? The top,
yeah, of course,
which is nuts.
Yeah, for sure.
I have to be in my mansion.
Oh my god, yeah,
for this long.
Yeah, it's just like girls on Instagram like showing pictures of their ass, being like, "If I can't get to the gym by Sunday, though, FR."
Yeah. Whereas everyone else is essential workers, and they just like have to
back to work. Yeah. They're like, "Yeah, Ralph sucks dick. Nigga, now I have to wear this I have to wear this shitty mask while I deal with these shitty people."
Yep.
Yeah. It's been about as close to like a dystopian future. I mean, look. We have cell phones. Everybody in the world has a portable, interaction device. Yeah. So life is pretty sci-fi anyways these days. We got cars that drive them fucking selves. You know what I mean? We got drones doing deliveries.
And people who make the argument of like these incidents are few and far between or happening more recently. It's like, no. It's always gone on the same amount. Yeah. We're just recording more of it. Right. Facts. And if literally cops are willing to do that with cameras pointed at them,
what would they be doing?
No camera. Like, that's happening more than you would love to admit.
Right. For sure. Yeah, I mean, definitely shout out to white people because I went to one of the protests on last Saturday, and there were a lot of white people out there. And I appreciate the fact that when faced with the actual facts, because look, I've had tons of white friends for a long time. They know that by either, yes, some of my friends haven't been of the least degenerate, type. But through having interactions with the cops and having black friends around, you know what I mean? They know what the reality of the situation is, right? They're not obtuse to it, nor are they in denial about it. If anything, they know that they're going to get treated differently.
That's the, like, because it's the only thing I've seen firsthand.
Right.
So it's an argument I can really stand behind. And I've had people, I literally was on Discord arguing with the guy because he was trying to make the argument that he's like, hey, are they really treated different? I'm like, that is wild, man. I got arrested with black kids, with fucking Mexican kid, with Asian kid. Like, I am treated so much different.
Right. And look, people will go to great lengths to argue things that they have not seen firsthand to substantiate their beliefs. That's because they have this belief that that's the way it should be, so that's the way it is.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry for all of you people, because look, you know what I mean? The fact of the matter is the only reason why all these people are in these protests anyways are because there were finally videos of this shit, and people can't be like, oh, God, that stuff they're talking about is so terrible. I wonder if it's really that bad. Nobody can say that anymore because you just watch. You know what I mean? Speaking of
people do say it, which is, that's the crazy
for sure. Yeah, for sure.
But that's, it's people don't want to be uncomfortable.
Right. They don't. Yeah. I think that's one of the great things I learned through watching horror movies is when to not look away.
That was a great way to bring it back.
Little segue. Hey, come on.
That was good.
Okay, so so kill it.
So know when not to look away. Love. Yeah. So a while back,
2.5 weeks ago.
Sure. Mo told me to watch Paranormal Activity 3. I didn't, so then I did the next week, and I suggested Mo watch Kill List.
Yes.
So let's start with Kill List.
Okay,
we'll start with. Think?
I thought. Okay. For the first 45 minutes of the movie, I was very entertained, but also did not know what the horror element of the movie was gonna. What the horror element of the movie was going to be until the weird reactions from the dudes who they were assassinating started happening. When they were like, "Thank you, you don't know who you are."
Yeah. What did he find the disemboweled cat already?
Yeah, in his he does. And there was a hint of that. The other dude's girlfriend was a creepy woman. Very creepy. She's actually the only actress who I've seen in other things. Yeah. I can't remember what, but I know I've seen her before.
The wife. You haven't seen the wife?
Oh,
I've seen her.
Yeah. Okay, for sure. Look, all over, fucking good movie. Solid watch. If you like British crime movies, great British crime movie. It kind of reminded me of like In Bruges with the horror twist.
Okay.
Lengthy dialogue-y.
It's got all commentary on PTSD.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. The whole thing had, and I've rewatched it multiple times. It's got just a vibe that's creepy.
Yeah, it does.
Dark, kind of gritty and hopeless.
It does have a creepy vibe.
And the ending ain't fun.
No, I don't know.
Spoil it.
Can we spoil it?
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah,
spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. If you don't want to watch,
skip ahead.
Yeah, whatever.
Do whatever you want.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, do your thing. Look, for me, I get very excited as soon as I start seeing naked people wearing masks.
Yeah,
holding sticks of fire. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's just a sign that we're in for a fucking cult ritual.
Yeah, old white fat people in masks. Yeah, in the woods.
Yes, and let's be real, nothing's scarier to me. You know what I mean? To this day, my nightmare. Yeah. I hate to say it, guys, but nothing's scarier to me than a group of white people chanting.
In general is, for me, as scary as a satanic cult that believes that much in what they're doing and actually have power for what showing that maybe it worked. It's like,
which Which segues into another movie that I actually watched. God, what was it called? It was about a game of hide and seek.
Hide and seek?
No.
That just came out, I think.
It was a horror movie.
Yeah. She gets married and then...
Ready or Not.
Yeah.
Yes. Ready or Not. Did you see that?
No, I saw the commercials.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to ruin it. But if you're listening, also go see that movie too.
That's good.
Fucking dope movie.
Okay.
Really dope. A little bit more in the survival realm. But look, I think nothing paints like kind of like a cooler, more interesting narrative than like two British ex-military assassins who have drinking problems. Kind of, one of them is, more morally in tune.
Yeah. Well, they kind of switch.
Right. Yeah,
I like
absolutely.
That.
Yeah. Because the other one is once the job starts is more focused on the job, while he's a man of faith. And has these kind of like concepts that he subscribes to.
Yeah.
Well,
and it's fun in the beginning. Without saying it, he's like warning this dude and his wife. He's like, "I'm not ready."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, come on, pussy." You know what I mean? Like his wife sucks in the beginning.
Yeah, his wife sucks.
A cunt.
Yeah, all she's worried about is that Skrilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's just like, "Yeah, okay," but she's also ex-military and pretty badass. So
yeah, she is.
But he kind of like tells them what's gonna happen. He's like, "Yeah, no," and then ends up having to do it. But yeah, goes off.
Yeah.
But he was always gonna do it.
Right.
That was the whole thing. It was all made up. I mean, so
yeah. Right. I don't know. I mean, like, there wasn't much wrong with this movie. I will say that look, if you're not a fan of like kind of drawn out, long and at sometimes boring, if that's how you view them.
Yeah.
When you're a person like me who's just so invested in a film that you're gonna sit through it and get through it, you know what I mean? And kind of the excitement of figuring it out keeps you, or finding out what's really happening here.
I think once they start killing people, like it kind of ramps up, but it takes a while to get there.
It takes like 40 minutes.
But yeah, when he starts kind of becoming unhinged, you get like invested again.
Yeah, and then it just turns up and it never goes back.
And then it just switches paths.
Yeah,
pretty quick. I mean, you kind of.
I liked the set of that last scene in the woods and then the tunnels.
The tunnel, yeah.
Was really fucking cool. Yeah,
I think the woods are great. I mean. It's so creepy, man, and there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, I mean, from the second you meet that character of the girlfriend, that she goes into the bathroom and she fucking draws the
symbol,
the alchemy symbol or whatever on behind their painting and shit, and the kid gets sick, right?
Did she poison the kid? No. Oh, maybe.
I don't know. I feel like I remember.
There was one part that didn't make sense was when they're attacking the wife and they're like, I guess, going to kidnap her.
Yeah.
The timeline there makes no sense.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
it's like all of a sudden.
And she kills the husband and the kid.
Well, no, he kills them.
Oh, he kills them. Oh, that's right. He kills them. Yeah.
That's the end. But like how the kid and her ended up in the woods at the same time as him, but
doesn't
whatever.
Make any
it's
sense.
A movie.
Yeah.
No, yeah, the hunchback.
The hunchback. Yeah.
They make him kill the hunchback, and it's his son on top of his wife. And he's like so far gone, and like it's all that's kind of cool. Where it's like there's like a spell on him too, because he doesn't really react. He's just like.
No, he just like laughs and kind of turns around.
Oh yeah, he does laugh.
Yeah,
and he's just
yeah. So badass movie, super badass movie.
The year it came out, there was kind of a drought on horror, and it was like 2016. And it was really good.
I'm gonna have to go with
1 through 10.
1 through
10.
Okay. I'm gonna go with solid 8.
Okay.
I wanted to say 7.9. But or 7.8. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like leaning towards, but still in the sevens. But
you're not
because
a douchebag.
no, okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, I am a douchebag.
7.85.
Yeah.
I think what I really think it looks like is
Yeah, I think 8
solid 8
because it did what it set out to do.
It was great. It was not amazing, but it was great. And in terms of a low budget movie with mostly unknown actors, you have some real fucking strong, convincing performances that add to look, the level of like the filming is kind of like gonzo and fucking amateurish, but it all really works out and comes together, and it has this feeling of kind of watching something that's real. I watched it with James, and he really liked it a lot. And he's a pretty critical dude. Sometimes not.
At times.
Yeah. I'm not gonna get into this. Love you, bud. And so I was surprised. We both really liked it. Man, it's
you would love Knife and Plus Heart.
Well, I mean, I think
you would love it.
I think that's next. I think that's next. Me and I'll watch it with James, and then
I mean, he might, okay. Might need a minute if you know.
James is gay. If you're listening.
That movie is basically a slasher set on a 70s porn set.
Yeah.
Knife Plus Heart. I would highly recommend it.
Sounds very cool.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's
very
really cool.
fucking cool.
Okay, well, let's move Paranormal Activity 3.
Yeah. What'd you think?
I liked it.
Okay.
Enough. No, the beginning and like before it ramps up to what the point is, were really good and effective scares.
Yeah,
like I was like, ah,
no, it's
multiple
scary.
Times.
It's probably the scariest out of those movies.
Super frightening. When they're in the bathroom doing the little girl at him, and they did what's it called?
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary.
That was.
I'm literally screaming like, "Don't! What the fuck are you doing, bro? Are you stupid?" Yeah.
And the dude, I really like that dude. As an actor.
The dumb guy.
Yeah, the dumb best friend.
Yeah. And there were certain like things. If I'm gonna get like their relationship, I don't really get. The deal, like, is he a new boyfriend? But like he's okay, but he has this whole studio in their garage. Is that?
He's a wedding.
Yeah, photographer with
wedding photographer
100 monitors.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, it doesn't make
but
sense. Yeah.
No, I don't. I guess and then I'm trying to figure out what the twist, and I kind of eventually figured out the daughter deal, and I thought it was cool. I didn't really like the ending.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Valid.
It was just, like all happened pretty fast, and like wasn't as scary as I thought they could have been.
Interestingly enough, yes, the ending did happen very fast.
Yeah.
The movie itself is not very short. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
It's a good sized movie.
Yeah.
With scares that will keep you fucking
for sure. No, I recommend watching it, and it's scary. Like it'll jump scare you, and effective, and not cheap either. Like, legit scares.
Yeah, I thought they did a good job, especially that thing with the babysitter and shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That shit was frightening. The fucking sheet, dude, and then it
out,
just yeah.
Holy shit. Those kids can fend for themselves. Man.
Right. And for once, I actually really liked her response. They show up, she just grabs the money and fucking dips. She's out. Yeah, it was great. Don't call me. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, some great scares. And then, the ending.
Okay. So I have mixed feelings about the ending.
Yeah.
On the one hand, I like the cult.
Sure. Very Hereditary style deal.
Yeah.
Obviously pre-Hereditary.
Predates Hereditary, but still.
Yeah, I figured out the grandma was fucked.
Oh, pretty quickly.
I'm like,
Yeah. She just gives you those vibes.
Like, send them over to my house.
Yeah. Like, absolutely not, bitch.
Yeah. Who's the old man? Who's the ghost again?
I believe it's supposed to be.
Is that their demon? That's like the actual demon entity?
It's the demon, but it's also her brother, like the grandma's brother, I think.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I think what happened is.
Oh, the kid he died when he was young.
Remember? Not their. It's her son. It's they're the two girls, Katie and whatever. I think they had a brother, and he died in that house fire.
Okay.
I think. I'm looking this up. Right
Yeah. That's because that also confused me because it was like in the closet there was a lot of kid stuff, but then they're she's referring to the ghost as an old man. So I'm like, okay, did it age while in death?
Hell yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, I don't know about how things age in the nether realm.
Mm-hmm. Or was the kid possessed and this is just the entity that was possessing him when he died?
Hold on, I'm looking this up right now. Oh, wow. A Blumhouse movie. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
They churn out good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Yeah. It's kind of hard not to be.
Yeah.
Toby is the name of the.
Oh yeah.
Who is Toby? Paranormal.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, his death's pretty cool. He gets like folded in half. I just think they could have cut down some of the middle and added it to the end and like drawn out the ending part because they had something. They just like kind of went through. It was like he goes to the garage and those scares are like the least effective ones.
Oh, the ending. Yeah,
they're
the
in
ending
the garage,
was very scary.
and then they follow him, and then like you're like, okay, you know he's gonna die, and then I'm like, okay.
Okay, so it looks like Toby is not their brother, and I think I just made that up out of nowhere, which makes sense
Because you're a liar.
Okay, I have a very my parents like to tell me that I had an active imagination.
Yeah,
but,
and you're a '90s kid like me.
Yeah,
and we were stroked off too much, and
Absolutely.
now we don't know how to handle life. Continue.
Yeah, for real. Honestly, and we still refer to ourselves as the greatest generation of like all
we
time. Like you don't know about being raised. Well, yeah, because
we were just told from an early like
you can do anything you want.
You can do anything, and it's weird. It's like it's boomers' fault.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Fuck
they did it to me, you know. But yeah, it's a funny generation, man.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I guess it was a Toby's the name. Toby's the name that they know the demon by, but it's not its real name, I guess. Yeah. I mean,
well, it's just the demon.
It's just the demon. Toby's the demon.
Yeah. Who was in the closet at one point?
Yes.
No, but who? There's something with it, he was a real person at one point and died.
I think so, but it's not saying on the fucking Paranormal Activity wiki. Okay,
but I feel like you're right that there was a little they implicated backstory of like the mom.
Yeah,
and like there was a reason why her daughter wasn't the chosen one.
Yeah. Well, I think they tried it with her.
Okay. Yeah, and she like has memories and like she can't remember things.
Weird memories and shit.
Yeah. Which again, Hereditary stole.
Yeah. Yeah, I never really realized that
because the mom,
right,
and then the daughter.
Yeah. Damn, I never really thought about that like that. Also, another good movie.
Great.
Maybe. I mean, oh God, this is interestingly enough, this complete analysis of Paranormal Activity 3 is making me, because when you watch Hereditary, your initial thought is, oh my God, how original. Look, I mean,
nothing's original.
Look, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that the Paranormal Activity movies are probably the most influential horror movies of our generation.
Hold on. big statement.
On a large scale.
In what way?
They have changed the way that horror movies are made after.
You think because of found footage stuff?
Sure, budget-wise, too.
Blair Witch was pre.
But what was the budget on Blair Witch, though?
Nothing.
Okay, never mind then. All right.
Blair Witch, I think, sparked. What year did Paranormal 1 come out? 'Cause I know the year Blair Witch came out.
You do?
Yep.
Wow.
Big impact on my life.
Same. 2007. Blair Witch was what, 1996, 1997? Okay, 99. Yeah. All right, for sure.
But, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What do you okay. Do you like the Blair Witch Project?
Yes.
Okay.
I love it.
I love the Blair Witch Project too.
To this day, for whatever, it still scares the fucking shit out of me.
It is a very creepy movie. It does not have that many scares in it.
No, but the whole thing's a scare. That's the thing, dude.
Yeah.
The whole thing, you're on edge.
Yeah, for
sure. Especially
sure.
the first time, but...
Yeah, it'll never quite be like it was the first time.
Yeah.
I mean, look, the hype around that movie was so fucking
Yeah, and
big.
that was a big part of it.
Yeah.
Of like why it was so good.
The quote-unquote
it came
scariest
out in the
movie
perfect
of all
time before social media, before
Right.
iPhones, where you couldn't just look shit up and like you believed it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a level of... I mean, look, Paranormal Activity borrowed from that movie in every way. But I would say it's a good successor.
Yeah, and to be honest, I've seen Paranormal Activity 1 and 3 now. I haven't seen any others.
Word, you've seen the good ones.
Yeah, okay.
To be real, I've seen them all, including the only one I haven't finished because I passed out. I was drinking at the time. Was the one about the one that's like centered in East LA about Hispanic kids.
No idea.
Yeah, they made like an offshoot of it.
Nice.
That was like Paranormal
Activity in the hood.
Yeah,
Nice,
exactly.
dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
like Leprechauns, but Paranormal Activity.
Shout out to Leprechauns.
Leprechaun in the Hood.
Yeah, it's a classic.
It is so ridiculous.
Yeah, that movie would start riots these days.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, just what the first scene, isn't it him smoking weed with Snoop Dogg?
Yeah. It's fantastic.
This is making horribly racist jokes.
Yeah.
The Leprechaun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. What? Oh yeah, score though. I'm gonna score it.
Score it.
Oof. I'm trying to put the scale of. I'm trying to think what's a 1 and what's a 10 right now, right? Just scale things in my head. I think the issue is I don't know what a 1 is. I have plenty of 10s and blah, blah, but like what's
a 1?
What's a 1? Because I like cheesy. So like what's a huge flop of a fucking...
What's a really...
It's trying to take itself seriously and it's just trash.
Part of me wanted to say the Bye Bye Man, but I feel like that
I don't think I saw it.
It was better than a 1. Right? Pretty fucking close.
I guess one of these like really shitty where they bring like young actors. It's like they're trying to recreate Black Christmas, like college dorm.
Yeah.
Unfriended was actually kind of good.
Unfriended was good,
but
I like
I think a bunch of those came out at the same time.
Yeah,
and a lot of them were trash.
Yeah.
So I guess that's my 1.
Truth or Dare.
Wasn't the Blumhouse one? Or no, that was Happy Death Day or whatever.
Yeah, Happy Death Day is good.
Yeah, Truth or
Truth
Dare.
or Dare sucked. Huge dicks.
Was that the smile face one? No.
No, I don't think so.
I think I know what you're talking about. It's on Halloween. They go to like a
house.
A house. Yeah, that was trash.
Yeah.
So with that being, I give it a 5.5.
Okay. I can accept that. Personally, just because of I don't know. Scares wise, because the scares are so good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
But that's all 5.5 points for me.
Okay, for sure. I feel you. I feel you. It's gonna hit at least a 6.5 for me.
Yeah.
it's rare that I see movies that really scare me.
Yeah.
And I watched this shit with a room of grown men. I watched it with Andrew and Jason and James. Well, I watched it with one grown man, Andrew.
Yeah. And they were screaming.
Yeah. And Jason was frightened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
James was too. James was like, no, yeah. I don't want to watch
Even
this.
I'm like, but I love it. And again, it's rare
great.
too. But jump scares get me every time. I'm like,
yeah.
So
I may be getting a little cocky here. They don't always get me.
Yeah, I mean, when they're shit and I see them coming, a lot of times I can predict them and go, no.
Yeah.
But when they're good at it.
Like Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead had some good jump scares, but it did not scare me.
The new one. Oh, yeah. With Ving Rhames.
Yeah. It was a good movie.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent remake with the baby.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
The original, though.
Oh.
You've seen it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Day of the Dead and Dawn of the Dead are the two greatest zombie movies of all time, potentially. 28 Days Later.
Talk about it.
28 Days. Yeah, for sure.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Night of the Living Dead, right? Started it.
Fantastic.
Well, and to this day, for me, holds up. Love it.
Yeah, great fucking movie.
Also, all those films address race and many issues. Like, those are political films, which is dope of him, of Romero.
Yeah, Romero's a fucking activist. Forward thinker, 100%.
Especially for the time. And Dawn of the Dead, it's always been a toss-up, which is better.
Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead brings the human element a little more.
It also has that cool-ass fucking 80s feel.
Yes.
And the mall helps. Yeah. The thinking that's involved in the characters is it's more like relatable and it takes the whole zombie apocalypse thing and really fleshes the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Which is not what the purpose of Night of the Living Dead was supposed to be. The Night of the Living Dead was a singular story about two people going through this thing that they had no idea what the extent of it was, you know, and that was, I think, part of what made it so scary. Yeah. That and it's just frightening in general. But I don't know. I gotta go with what I have a better time watching, and I have a better time watching Dawn of the Dead.
Day of the Dead's great. I don't think it's as good, but it's great.
I love it.
Then we have, but you haven't seen, but there's a lot of, or a few really good 70s Italian. So Zombie.
Like Zombie? Yeah. Okay.
That?
Yeah, of
That's
course.
Great.
Zombie's great. Zombie's fantastic. Also deals with like the Haitian zombie shit. Yeah, shout out to my Haitians. Cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We're out here. Yeah.
Well, and then 28 Days Later, I think, just changed the game.
Of course. 28 Days Later, film. Fast zombies.
Yeah.
Life in horror movies has not been the
same. And also, since. Arguably not a zombie.
Yeah, absolutely. True. Very true.
So
arguably just have coronavirus and smoke crack.
Yeah. If you want to be like specific, it's not a zombie movie, it's a pandemic movie.
Yeah, for sure.
But my favorite to watch, and it's not the best, is Return of the Living Dead.
Interesting.
Have you seen it with the punk rock?
That's like the comedy.
Yeah, it's like a punk rock theme. The chick dancing on the grave.
Yeah.
I'll watch that.
Return of the Living Dead is great. It's funny because I was thinking of that, thinking about what was that movie that is not connected to the Living Dead series, but it sounds like it is. Yeah. And it's got that black guy with the Jerry curls in it.
I think so.
Yeah. I used to watch that movie a lot actually as a kid. Very
super 80s punk rock, which I love. Like they've got a dope soundtrack. I think Black Flag. Like they got sick music. They got that really cool zombie in the like store who's all melting and shit.
Yeah. Return to the Living Dead is.
But that scene of her asking them to eat her naked, dancing on the grave, especially as a kid, and then they're so dope.
Oh, that's right. They want to be zombies. There's people that.
Well, she says that, and then she starts getting bit, and she's like, no, you know.
Yeah. No. Return to the Living Dead is a fucking classic.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize they made sequels to this movie.
I don't know.
The sequels are not as critically acclaimed. Okay, there it is.
That's my favorite to watch because I can watch it again over and but in their own ways, Night, Dawn, and Day are all equally good.
Yeah.
And at different things.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Well, I think the interesting thing is they both flesh out. They like Night is the initial outbreak. Mm-hmm. Day of the Dead is when the outbreak reaches a global level, or at least comes into your neighborhood. Dawn. That's Dawn. And then Day is after the outbreaks existed.
It's like people are experimenting with zombies.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Tight. And humanity has.
What's the name of the zombie? Fred? Or the name of the zombie?
The one they have locked up?
Yeah.
I forget. Yeah. And Day's more about like the potential cure and you know what I mean? And or just a solution to the problem in general.
Now, Cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
Have not seen it.
Great. A silent film. You got to be in the mood. Yeah. But it actually is entertaining and scary.
Okay.
But it technically is about someone that dies and comes back to life, kind of in a voodoo-esque way, or like experience, more.
You know what? I also haven't seen. I have not seen The Reanimator.
Oh, it's been so long.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give that a watch this week.
That's not really.
I'm going back to my retail job this week, as well as juggling some other things, hopefully. So
very cryptic.
This summer, it got to be.
Juggling other things.
Do not want anybody affiliated with anything that I work with to ever hear this and hear me shouting them out, because that would just be a bad look.
Yeah, well, by the time, but if that gets to that point, you'll be making money on this podcast.
True, and then I can be like,
suck my dick! Job, dude. Yeah. If just random people that work in retail are listening to this, you're chilling.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's very true. Very true. You never know. This is the thing about working in retail is that it's like high school, and people will try to blackmail you because they want. Yes, it is a very at said store that I am employed by.
Yes.
I've seen people bring up all sorts of stuff from people's Instagram posts. A girl got fired over some shit she posted on Instagram.
What, do they just go into the boss, like showing them?
This girl posted this incredibly beautiful Hispanic chick with like pink hair and tattoos, who was super fucking cool and nice. It's funny, the dudes who were that were like still in the house and like can't talk to girls. One of them that I work with had a really big crush on her, and I was actually kind of happy that they fired her because I was like, I can see that going. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly. She posted on her break like, I don't want to be here right now. You know what I mean? Like a selfie of herself, which is pretty standard. Okay. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck really wants to be at their retail job?
That's crazy. You got fired over that.
And her Instagram's private. So somebody went in.
She probably could
show the managers probably, but she just said, fuck.
Yeah. It's the whole thing.
Sad place and dipped out.
Dude, as a manager, I've been a manager in many places like restaurants, but if anyone did that, I'd fire that person. I'd be like, you snitch motherfucker. I'd be like, get the I don't want you working for me. Like,
I mean, that's the thing is that in that line of work, people are so sketchy. I personally know a lot of people who were doing some really fucking suspect things, whether they're selling drugs at work, stealing from the company, or both, or just coming to work intoxicated, calling off all the time, any number of just like shitty things to do to your job is going on at all times that, they value snitches. Yeah. They really do. And it creates a sad work culture. That I look at that for that turned left very far. I'm going to try to watch The Reanimator before I go back. Sure.
That was all.
On Tuesday.
Okay. Do you want that to be your movie?
For you?
No, for you. For yourself. We can do that.
I had another.
You'll watch The Reanimator and I'll watch.
Hold on. I got to find this.
No, you need to watch Knife Plus Heart too.
Okay.
With James.
Fine, I'll watch 9 plus.
With James. I specifically want you to watch it with James and tell me about what he thought of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like that's going to turn into its own episode.
It's going to be great.
There is a...
Also, if you want another, like, very sexually charged one, Dogs Don't Wear Pants.
Rampage. Have you seen Rampage?
The school shooting thing?
Yeah.
In times like this? No, I'm just kidding. I feel like I've very specifically not seen it, is how I feel.
Yeah, like you've gone out of your way not to watch it?
Yeah, like I've seen it on, and like gone past it and read the description and been like,
Yeah,
you like it?
That's. I'm not gonna say I liked it, but
why don't you give me something you fucking like?
I just think it's an interesting.
It's worth watching.
Yeah.
School, dude, you just want to depress me, dude.
I'm not gonna give anything away.
All right, fine, I'll watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the other one that I was thinking of was that movie about the Nazi vampires. Did you see that?
Nazi vampires? Not Nazi zombies?
Nazi vampires.
No, what is that?
Operation.
It's not
Werewolf. Or no, that was a real thing that
Yeah.
happened. Sorry.
Did you see that zombie action movie, Overlord or whatever?
Overlord. That's what I was. Okay, so they were zombies.
That's not the vampire one.
That was what I was thinking of.
Oh, it's so good though. Have you seen it?
Yeah, it was dope.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, I really liked Overlord.
They're like made in a lab zombies.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I liked Overlord.
I saw it in theaters.
Yeah, it was good. I really hope that nothing comes of me looking up mass shooting movie on my Google.
You're on a list. We know that now.
Is that real?
Like, you know, you're on a list. So I was talking to my friend. This is a chick, and very stupidly, like, I pulled her. I was like, dude, you're retarded. But she got really into, like, she's like, fuck it all, you know, with everything was starting. And she was like, she stopped following everything she was following, and then started following all super like Antifa, all this shit, and all her old posts started getting deleted by Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, she would just get in, like, her shit would be deleted.
Was it Antifa shit?
No, like, because she did that, they like saw her account, so anything like questionable, they just like get rid of it. Like, even her, whatever, half naked, whatever it is, you know, that's fine. But so, yeah.
Well, I would.
They're watching.
Like
My only point
Instagram for educational
is
purposes.
they're watching.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They know shit.
Yeah. So, government, if you're listening, that was purely for this podcast.
Yeah, it's for this podcast, guys. We're.
Yeah, I don't condone violence in any sort of way.
Oh, I wanted to ask you what your opinion on defunding the police is.
Oh.
Because I have very mixed feelings.
Look, I don't know how I feel about it.
I want to see where the money's going, for sure.
Right. I don't. Garcetti's trying to raise the amount of money that the police are getting from the tax pool. And I just don't agree with that.
Sure, I don't either.
And I agree with defunding the police, but only to a certain extent.
Yeah, it's a hard, because it's like, sure, like, yeah, I think what defunds the police, or what you wouldn't even need, like, you get rid of the war on drugs.
Right.
You just cut 30% of their fucking hours and budget.
Right.
And
exactly.
So you do that, that's all you need to do. But you can't say, let's train them more and hire better candidates, but also to have less money.
Yeah, no,
that part is like, all right. But I think if you actually do change the laws, literally, I think it was DeAndre Hopkins, wide receiver for Houston Texans. You're a big sports guy, I know. So I didn't have to explain that.
Okay.
Do you know who he is?
No.
Okay. I think he's a Clemson product. Now I'm just showing off. I'm just showing off.
I know nothing about college football.
No, he plays for Houston Texans.
Yeah, no, I know. Team. You said he's a Clemson product.
Yeah.
Clemson
yeah.
is a
well, he posted he wears the number 10 because his cousin is doing 10 years for $600 worth of drugs.
Oh wow! Okay.
And like it, obviously, that's the thing right now. It's like I know all these things.
Yeah,
I know it, but it's being put in your face. You can't just know it. You got to do something.
Right.
And that shit. If I could change anything. And I think the biggest change would be right there.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
criminal
I agree
justice system.
I agree with you. I think that is one of look. All these issues are tied together. You know, but look, I'd rather serve 10 years in jail than be killed.
Yeah.
But and that's unfortunate because the line between those is still like it's still pretty close. You know, the death that your life goes through when you get sentenced something like that, especially for something that you know isn't harmful to anybody but yourself.
Yeah.
You know, it just is what it is. It sucks.
Yeah. Well, we could go on about this forever.
Yeah, I think we've reached a good point
next week. But yeah. All right. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Any thoughts?
Guys.
Anything to promote?
Love each other. Treat each other well.
Love it.
Yeah.
Hail Satan.
Yeah.